Hey, we're going to start out today by giving all honor and glory to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Double honor to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone who taught us this truth through the QADASH, the Holy Spirit. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, you know, today we're going to go to it, prophesying the downfall of this wicked-ass place, America, also known as Babylon in the Bible. Right, this is what we do, to tear down these strongholds and try to wake our people up, the elect of the nation of Israel, right? And this devil is not playing with what he's doing right now. And y'all see that everything that we're telling you is coming to pass, right? And it's coming quickly at, what Donald Trump called it?
Warp speed, Operation Warp Speed. Right.
This is what we see right here. Hey, these devils is coming down quick. Right, and you can see that Russia, right, is coming along with the prophecy too, right? But they're starting to amass troops over there on the Ukrainian border, right? And the reason that they're doing that is because Russia doesn't want Ukraine to join the NATO, right? Russia wants to build back the Soviet Union as it was before, right? And this is what's happening, and all this is going to lead into some major prophecy. Right? My brother, all this is going to lead into some major prophecy, right? Because the Lord is going to use Russia to destroy America. And this is what the scripture is saying. Somebody can get out where he says he's going to put the hook into the jaws of the beast. What is it? Right. And this is what the scripture is telling you. And this is why it's important to watch what's going on. Because Russia is going to be the ones that bring down America.
Ezekiel 38, I got it.
Ezekiel 38, go ahead, brother.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 3 and 4. And say, thus said the Lord, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief priests of Meshech and Tubal.
Right, and that God is talking about Russia, right? But the Russians are Edomites, but they living in the land of God. Right, which is Japheth's land, right? Esau, Edom has taken everybody's land, right? He's conquered the whole earth. That's why he's known as the king of this world, because he's conquered the world, right? But
verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws.
Right, so the Lord is going to put hooks into these people's jaws, right? Now you think to yourself, damn, they would risk going all to war and risk their economy, risk their standings. Hey, they don't want to risk that. But the Lord is going to put hooks in their jaw. And so, why is he going to do that? Because they're elected seal. Go ahead.
And so, like, as I may, right, that's another cut also on free will, because it doesn't matter how comfortable you are, the Lord's going to put these hooks on, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Hey,
so don't get comfortable.
That's a beautiful point,
right? That's the thing, talking about God, right? You don't say the hook in your teeth and bring you back, right? It's telling you bring Russia back to form a USSR, right?
Right.
So the first, this Russia, the ancient Russia was first, okay? Now you got the leader of Russia right now, it's very fierce, right? You take no shit from anyone, you know what I mean? So it's ready to bring it out, you know? That's how it means actually. They don't say, I'm gonna bring it to your former bastard.
That's right. Hey, that's right. And this is it. You know, these people are gonna go back to that warrior state. Hey, it's no coincidence that you're starting to see all these Russian fighters coming into all these arenas now. Because this is the spirit that the Lord is putting on them now. Right. Hey, they see that America is weak with all this LGT and whatever the hell going on, right? If you have this in your army, right, these other people notice that.
They're probably laughing right now.
And they licking their chops to get their lick back.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, and this is what it's all going to boil down to. So the Lord is putting hooks in their jaw to bring them back to that state, right?
Yep, I got a good one for you. This is Proverbs 21, just back to what your brother was saying about the free will, right? Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
There you go. Hey, and that's beautiful, because there is no free will there. Right? The Lord, we all serving the Lord's purpose. Hey, and some of his purposes in the eyes of the children of Israel, his purpose for the children of Israel is beautiful, but his purpose for some of these other nations is terrible. And it's how you know he hates these people. right? Because if you set somebody up to be destroyed, that was their purpose. Hey, you don't like those people. Right. So this is what you have to understand, right? This is what they don't want you to understand.
Yeah, it's a lot if I made for you read that, and if they could, they would want their kingdom to last forever. But the Lord's gonna make it to where He's gonna put an end to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna put His final stamp on it. Finito, you done. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do to extend this wicked kingdom.
Right.
The Lord put a finish to it when He want to finish it.
Right. Like the scriptures say, He set the bounds that they cannot pass, man.
That's right.
You know?
There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing nobody can do about it, you know? It's the Lord's word and it will be accomplished, man.
That's it, man. Every creator has a purpose with his thing, man.
Right.
Even the person that creates a bomb, the purpose of that bomb is just to blow up at the end.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's it.
Exactly.
Everything has its purpose.
Right. Esau is created to be the wicked, and guess what he does? Does wickedly.
That's right.
This is what it is. Yeah.
That's His order.
That's right.
And when the Lord draw His sword, He ain't gonna pull that back.
Right,
man.
exactly.
Hey, is there more now?
Yeah, there is. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shield.
Right, so this is talking about Russia's army, because now Russia is way more advanced in military than America as well, right? They got hypersonic missiles that these nuclear defense shields that they have don't work anymore.
That's right.
So these men have renewed their strength. And they ready to fight against the people that took their glory. Because America is the one, and NATO is the one that tore down the Russia, the USSR. Hey, they dismantled that.
That's
Right, because they understood the prophecy. But like the brothers say, the Lord is now putting the hooks back in them to bring them back into that mind state. And these shields and bucklers is these hypersonic missiles and all these drones, and they even got tanks that's drones now. Unmanned tanks. Hey, this thing is getting real serious as the day goes on. Right. Every day there's something more that's going on, and it's moving at warp speed.
Right.
That's it on that one.
That's it.
So we got another bunch of going to Persia.
All right.
You want to go on that?
After that.
All right, after that. Go ahead. We're gonna come back to this anyway because we're in the article.
Daniel
You got an
chapter 4,
article?
Yeah, dude.
verse 17. Again, Daniel chapter 4, verse 17.
That's right.
This matter is not the decree of the watchers, that they meant by the word of the holy ones. We are the watchers. The men in the houses and bowers, we're watching, and we're telling our people what the word of the Lord said. Okay.
Hold on, and this is the decree. We out here declaring these things, right? And this is why it's coming to pass, right? So this is the decree of the watch. The Lord put it on our spirit to come out here and say it, and it's coming to pass. This is how you know that we really doing the true work of the Lord out here.
All right. Can I get a quick one just to back you up, bro? What you just said? This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right.
That's how again. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree. It's the law. It's written in the book of the law. Of the watchers, that the men by the whole word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rule in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever He will, and set it up over a business of men.
Right.
You want to say something?
That's the thing, right? The so-called white man, before he goes to power, was the business of men. Okay, he was living in the cave like a beast would. Okay, he didn't even know how to talk. Now, who's in the business of men right now? Jake, we are the business of men right now. We're in the lower state.
That's right.
And we're like in a peace way, okay? Because we don't follow any laws. We refuse to listen to the word of the Most High. That means we become peace upon the earth. And us coming back to the law of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, now we're going to go back to the state that the Lord promised us in Deuteronomy 28. If we keep the law of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, He's going to put us on high.
Right.
Not that we low, making the business of men, the lowly, the meek of the earth, the poor of the earth.
Hey, that's the resurrection that he's talking about, and bringing the dead back to life in Ezekiel, right? Because now we got this truth. Our people are starting to stand up on the base, and now we're gonna be risen up higher. Because the bases go down to your feet.
That's right.
Right, and if you the base man, hey, you all the way down. But through this truth is resurrecting, bringing us back to life. So now we stand up now. And now we no longer at the foot. Now we using our brain now. So we at the top now. And this is what's going to happen to this place. Because like I was talking to the brother earlier today. He said, yo, this truth really make you a man. Right? He said this truth really make you a man. Because now you can have principles to stand upon. Right. You could look a man in the eye and you know exactly what you're talking about. And you can see the folly in them. And they can see the strength in you. So this is what it's going to come down to. Esau is starting to fear these things because we got certain pockets that's no longer base. And you have to change your whole way of approaching a man like that. And this is that change that's coming. This is that climate change we was talking about earlier, a couple weeks ago, right?
Can I hit Proverbs? When you said Proverbs 21:2, it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn."
Right. So when we get into authority, hey, the whole world is going to be rejoicing that things are back in order, right? Men are back in their correct position. Women are back in their correct position. Right. Children are being raised in the right way, right? Things are being used for the correct things that they were made for. Right? We're not going to be making everything crazy like the so-called white man, perverting everything. Right. Hey, it's going to go back to exactly where it's supposed to be, and you're going to rejoice at that because that's going to bring you the inner peace. Because if you ask most people, they say, what do they want? Peace. Peace on earth. But you don't understand what peace is. Right? Peace is Israel ruling the world.
That's right.
So like even Israel, one of the wildest people on earth will be at peace.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to be calm, he's going to accept it. He's going to be like, yo, this is what we were looking for the whole time. This is what we were dying for. They're going to love us, man.
Hey, that's why it says in Romans, the earnest expectation of the creature is the manifestation of the children of Israel, right?
Right. Yep.
Hey, this is why. Because it's going to be back to beautifulness. Right? Instead of this ugly ass shit that Esau, the wicked, put together. That's why we all mourning. Right. Because we under the oppressor.
Right.
Right.
That's the thing, right? This thing, right? This man that's really good earth right now is in one piece. You're gonna act like in one piece, but never one piece. Right. Okay? That's what Psalm 126 say, hey, my soul dwell in thy hidden peace. I am for peace. But when we talk, they are for war. Okay? Right. Every time we took on the house and Bowers, talk about our peace. Even through the time of Martin Luther King, right? They're talking about their peace, right? But the so-called white man who's Esau, Edom, never wanted peace, okay? It wasn't never in his mind to want peace. And that's what the Lord said, since he didn't hate blood, you're gonna give him blood, right?
Blood shall pursue thee. Right.
Blood shall pursue thee, right? That's why God and Mega gonna come against this man. He's gonna drink his own blood.
That's right.
Since he didn't hate blood.
That's why there's a saying that says one man's heaven is another man's hell.
Right.
In the back, both of you brothers are. The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right. The Lord wanted that to come out again. That's beautiful.
Right. And that's what we got. Who's ruling right now?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. The wicked. Right.
And their actions give credence to who they are.
Hey, and this is why we always talking about Esau. Because he has to be revealed for you to see these things. Right? You have to know that he's the wicked. Right? And this is why he don't want you to know, because this is a war on your mind. Hey, he's all about war. This is why he was made. He was made to take peace from the earth.
That's right. And Salaka, and that's a beautiful thing, because YAHAWASHI put him in that position, so that way later on in life we can realize who we are. Because he put us through these things.
Right. Hey, and that's how you know that the Lord hates him. Right. Hey, he made him to do that, to destroy him. That's not somebody that you like, that you'll put in that position.
Set him up.
Set him up, right.
And that's just back what the brother just said. Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and Esau is known as the red man, right?
That's right.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Hold on. The word Edom means red.
Right.
Literally. So that red horse in the scripture is talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom.
Right.
And the Lord gave him power to do what?
And the Lord, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Right.
And that sword goes back to the blessing that Isaac gave.
Right, right. In Genesis 27 chapter.
Right.
Right, that's right.
That's why things must be done decently and in order for you to understand these things. This is why it's very important for you to listen. Right? Because when you listen, you might learn something.
It's like for popular belief, right? For popular belief, right? You think that the so-called white man got power on his own, right? But Revelation 6:4 told you it was given power.
Right. Given
power. In his own mind, this man think everything he does is of his own.
Right.
But then you're gonna explain it to you further. They're gonna show you that's not the case at all.
Right.
Daniel chapter 8 verse 24, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty, the holy people.
Hold on, now he said the power was given to him, but not by his power. So who gave him that power? The Lord YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI gave him the power to do that. Right. So when these people out here worshiping the devil, hey, the Lord gave the devil the power to do that.
Right.
You can't do nothing without the Lord.
That's right.
And through his policy, also shall prosper in his hand.
Now, who is out here always talking about their policies? The only man that's doing that in this world is the so-called white man.
That's right.
Right? So you have to put it all together. Right? It's like a big puzzle. Right? And there's certain words that you have to look up and look into. Who the hell is doing these things with all their policies? Right? Causing craft to prosper, which is witchcraft.
Right.
And the word witchcraft, if somebody could get that, right? It is pharmakia, right? And that goes into his pharmacies, right? So through his craft, his witchcraft, right? Yeah, in the blue letter, get the word for witchcraft, which is pharmakia.
Sorceries.
Sorceries?
Yeah, yep, sorceries, yeah.
And
Same thing, yeah,
too,
same
though.
witchcraft, yeah, witchcraft and sorceries.
Right, if you look in the word of witchcraft, it's sorcery.
It says sorceries.
And if you look up sorceries, it's pharmakia.
That's right.
Right, this is why you have to put it all together.
That's right.
Hey, you might, if you put the puzzle together, you can put the corner piece, but there's more pieces you got to put together.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, this thing, you need people to teach you these things.
Right.
Hey, we didn't come up with this on our own. Hey, we was taught these things.
That's right.
So you have to be, this is part of humbling yourself, listening to other people. Right? Because some people like to say, oh, if you ask them a question, yeah, I knew that. And then you say, well, what does it mean then? But they don't know.
Right.
But they'll tell you that they do. Hey, that's pride.
That's right.
You got to be humble. You got to be able to say, you know what, I don't know.
Right.
Can you tell me?
Right.
Sure, I can tell you, brother. This is what it means.
That's right.
And look it up.
Just real quick about man.
Go ahead, bro.
I can back up Lahab on that Revelation 6, proving for edification that is the red man.
Right,
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25, and it reads, makes the point. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Right.
See?
Right.
So out of Jacob and Esau came out first, and he was red all over like a hairy garment.
Right.
And that proves, because they didn't describe how Jacob looked. Jacob looked like everybody else. So that was like an anomaly at that time. You're like, man, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Yeah.
But the reason we brought that out is because he was talking about the red horse earlier.
Right.
And it's showing how Esau was the red man.
That's right.
See, this is how you put these things together.
Right.
You got that sorcery stuff?
Sorceries in the Greek 5331, and it's pharmakia. You get pharmacy from.
Right.
Make sure to the point. Sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it.
Read that first one though.
The first one says the use or administering of drugs.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So the administering of drugs. Right. So this is what this man does in his policy. right? Obama ran on his whole ticket. He ran on how he was going to bring free Medicare for everybody.
I got the source here on the website.
Right, let's read that.
This is source.
About that too, right?
Yep.
Good.
Oh, this is sorcery. The dictionary says the use of magic, especially black magic.
Right.
That means dark, man. That's a dirty thing, man.
Right. These are hidden things that you don't know. Right? They put all kind of, and look this up for yourself. They put all kind of snake venoms into these things. Right? This is why they have the intertwined snakes on there, or the caduceus. Right? And that's a part of black magic.
That's right.
When you go and get your prescription filled, they're not putting all the ingredients in there.
Right.
But if you got something to eat, they put all the ingredients on. Hey, why they not doing that for those things?
Right.
Right? Because they don't want you. That's part of black magic in the dark.
You know what's funny about that? When as far as sorcery goes, when you put those depressants in people, it fucks with your brain, and then one of the side effects is suicide.
Right.
I mean, what's the point?
Hey, the point is that they just want to kill you.
That's right. That's the point.
Right? That's the whole thing. Because the scriptures say the Lord made medicines out of the earth.
Right.
So these are plants.
Speaking about medicine, this is the etymology of drug, the noun, right? 14th century Anglo-French. Any substance used in the composition of or preparation of medicine.
One thing they're gonna use in medicine, right? It's the mark of the beast. That's the preparation of medicine, right? And what about they're gonna put it in your forehead? They're gonna make you walk. They're gonna make you see. You see, that's all the witchcraft they're doing. The sorceries they're doing. And you have to, when you put all those things together, and the Lord open your eyes, you're gonna see all those things for what it is. That's the man is goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Right, but you have to humble yourself and allow these things and accept these things.
You had said earlier, Salakia, right before I read out the definition, you had said something about medicines of the Quran, right?
Medicines out of the earth.
Well, when you keep reading into this, right, it says another one is dry barrels, dry wares, with first elements mistaken as indicating the contents, or because medicines mostly consisted of dried herbs.
Right, it mostly consisted of herbs, right? But these people are now putting petroleums in there, right? They putting all kind of metals in it, right? They doing all kind of wickedness that is not intended for. And that's taking peace from these people. Hey, because this leads to other things. Discomfort. This is where you get the word disease. Right, because you're not at ease no more.
Right.
And all these things is how they make money, and that's part of a trick. Right. If I could give you this, hey, I trick you into do. Hey, this is what a magician does. All kind of tricks.
And Salaka, yeah, that's right, because sometimes they give you this medication and a demon might jump on you.
Right. Most of the time, that's what jumps on you.
Hey, well, when you're in the hospital, what are you?
Sick.
You're a patient.
A patient, and that definition of that is to suffering.
Right, right.
Suffering from a disease.
Yeah. And then, you know, and I was gonna say, these doctors and these pharmacists are not in the business of healing people, because if they heal people, then they won't have repeat customers anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. Exactly.
This is why you can't buck up with this. Right? They can't come up and talk to us. Oh, let's just talk it out. No, we're gonna tell you what it is. And they rather just not say anything or try to demonize it.
Right.
Hey, but that's not going to work, right? Finish reading that, Daniel? Start that up from the
I got
top.
something to say too, right? Since before Obama, right, he get into office, the U.S. economy has been run by the medical system. That's how you come with I said that before. I call that
Universal healthcare.
Universal healthcare. It's because the U.S. economy is run by the medical healthcare. Everything about the U.S. right now is running by the U.S. by the medical healthcare.
That's right.
By CDC, FDA, that's all running.
Hey, you know what the funny thing about that is that you have to have medical insurance. If not, they take taxes from you. They deduct you $200 a month.
You want to go
So they force you into getting your medical insurance.
Right. Hey, and you better get this while you can, because they're going to ban this video right here, just for us talking about this.
Hey, if I can real quick, right? The medical, what is it called? The medical association?
The FDA?
No, even that. But
World Health Organization.
HWO, whatever.
No, something association, medical association. It's like it's like
American Medical
There
Association,
you go, that one.
AMA.
You know who that was funded by? An Amalekite.
Rockefeller, right.
You know who owns the patents and where it was developed? The Pfizer and Moderna.
Where's that at?
The Israelis in a Hebrew. It's called a Hebrew college or something like that. Hebrew College Center, something along those lines. A university in Israel right now.
Right.
They own the patents, all that.
And all these things are designed for these people on this board in mind, right? To destroy the genetics and the codes of these people, right? To keep us confused and in the dark.
That's right.
Right? All these things are for that. This is why they put up Obama, a so-called black man, but he's really not. Even that's a trick.
Right.
Right? This is why they use these faces for this. Kamala Harris and all these, the lady from Boston with the bald head.
They always use a female too.
Hey, they use these people to trick the rest of the people.
Yeah, they could trust them. You know, we could trust them. You know, those are our people, man. Come on. Esau always created the problem and always came up with a bullshit solution.
Hey, and if you notice, Obama really didn't do much but signing that act for the defend the police in case any brutality, right? And I forget what else at the moment, right? That he also did, which wasn't really beneficial to so-called blacks and Hispanics, the minority.
He ain't done nothing.
Nothing at all. But you go speak to some simple ass Jake, and yeah, I remember in the midst of him being the president, he was already like, what was he, 2 terms, right? He did 2 terms. I think it was like his 6th, 7th year, and this Jake was having a conversation with another Jake, and the simple Jake told him, but yo, you know, you can't expect everything to change right away. You can't. But this man, Joe Blinder, came in and signed how many motherfucking
60 something,
you know what
something
I'm saying?
off rip.
And
the first week.
Not even the 100th day, all shit was going crazy out here. The whole fucking country.
Right.
Hey, but this is why we get on the black woman so much, right? Because the white man use her for these things, right? And this is why we need our ass to get in order, right? Because she tricking a lot of our people into this.
It's a lot. Didn't the first beauty, they almost put Eve on front saying that she made it
for the smallpox.
She was the first one, probably.
For the smallpox.
Hey, this is why we always getting on her, because she really ain't shit. Right, and she wanna be right there with the white man.
Right.
and keep just because she don't want us to be over the top of her.
She like that. She like the little power that Esau gave her.
Right.
So she thirsty on it.
Right. Power corrupt.
Look at the Tuskegee experiment, man. They put a female up there,
Right.
a Jake woman.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I said the smallpox.
Yeah.
That was smallpox.
Even when they first started studying the genes and all that, they used a black woman for that. Henrietta Lacks.
And with this last thing, with the CV-19, they used the first person I think to get it administered was Jake.
Right.
And later on, it came out that some other case.
Yeah.
Later on.
Right? Was it curious?
Later on, it came out that it said that another Eve was involved in the development of the draft.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. They almost put her up there.
Right. They always use her. Because that's the serpent and Eve always together.
Right.
Hey, he made her a god just like he promised her.
That's right.
Hey, let's get back to that Daniel.
Daniel 8, verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall prosper in his hand. He shall sanctify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Right, and this is what he do. He always magnify everything, right? This is why he look at everything through a magnifying glass. This is how he get all these scientists and shit together. You got 1,000 people in a big ass room, all looking through microscopes and magnifying glass, trying to figure these things out, right? And through peace, right? Because he claiming that he's bringing peace in, he's gonna destroy most of y'all.
That's right.
He's gonna destroy many, is what the Bible
Hey man,
says.
you know, people already about to be destroyed. The CDC just came out saying that by Christmas Eve, every week till Christmas Eve, so-called Christmas, right? 15,000 Americans will be dying weekly off of that. But they're gonna blame it on the fact that people are spreading it, or people are not enough boosted. You know what I'm saying? Off the juice, off the beat of juice.
Right. Hey, but he's going to destroy many, right? And that word many is a lot, right? But if you remember also, when YAHAWASHI went and cured that man that was in the cave with the demons, he said, what's your name? He said Legion, but we are many. So the only people going to be getting killed up is y'all demons out there.
That's right.
Right? The elect going to be safe in this thing.
All right.
You got something, brother?
Yeah, I got something, bro. This is
Oh, this on that?
You should stand up against the princes of princes.
He gonna stand up against the Lord YAHAWASHI. Right, this is how proud this man is.
That's right.
He think he can fight God.
Right.
And he gonna get fucked up.
But it shall be broken with our hands.
Right, he gonna be broken.
That's right.
This is the fight he can't win. This is why we tell you, America loses World War III. Right? So they're not gonna just run into it. They got hooks put in them.
Right.
The angel is working on their mind for the sake of the elect.
right.
Right? Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I got two real quick. This is Psalm 94, and I'll start at 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Right.
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood.
Right, and look at them now, gathered up against us, right, waiting for us to do something crazy. Hey, this is what he do. Right, he gathering himself together to try to point the finger at us.
Right.
Right, so because we could take the truth off the street. Hey, because they don't want you to know how wicked they are.
That's right, man.
Hey, they rather just walk right by it and act like they don't hear it.
Right.
This is what he do. Right, that's a child. That's what a child does.
That's what Esau always do, man. I remember that dude that wrote that Natural Cures book. Man, they sued his ass and tried putting him in jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
Was that Jake dude that went to South America?
Nah, I think he was an Edomite himself. I don't know if he was a Jake or an Edomite, but you know, because I don't know who his father
Hey, they
was.
did that to Dr. Sebi.
You know,
Right.
So you know, he had a all natural cures book where you could cure cancer, all types of shit with just like plants, herbs, and all types of other stuff with foods. And they sued him and they tried locking him up. That just tells you one thing, that he was telling the truth.
Right.
And Esau didn't want him to disturb, you know, their wicked ways. You know what I mean?
That goes into John D. Rockefeller started the petroleum-based medicine industry through the AMA, the American Medical Association.
Because if you look at every fucking medicine that they got out there, right? It could be for something so simple as acid reflux, and then they'll tell you, you know, real quick, you know, this might give you dry mouth, dizziness, headaches, inflammation of heart, all that shit for fucking acid reflux.
You get worse. Yeah, you get worse fucking.
When you go look up the ingredients, right? Well, not so much, you know, it's going to be a bunch of words that we can't even pronounce. But most, if not all of the medicines that are out there, right? They're the common denominator or ingredient of all of them is always herbs. They use herbs and plants as the base, exactly, and then they start adding chemicals
right.
to delay the health.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
The benefits and stuff, right.
The
later benefits,
cocaine, fucking opiate, the heroin came from, all this other shit.
Well, you know, that's a plant.
Weed, that's what I'm saying.
Out there in Colombia, they used to use that back in the day, and they still do it now.
Right.
They chew on the leaf for like headaches.
That's what I'm saying.
And shit like that.
Every plant was put here by Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, but these devils are the ones who corrupt it.
Right.
You know what I mean? With their fucking labs.
The American Medical Association, I don't know if that's what you guys just been saying. They had started calling those medicines, those traditional medicines,
right?
What's that? Alternative medicine, but like an alternative way of an alternate way, something that
alternative solutions or something like that.
You know how unlearned our people are and how ignorant we are nowadays, and they took that from us. That it's so simple to go into your backyard, grab a couple regular leaves, boil the substance out of it, you know, let it dry up, and that can take pain away. Without giving you the extra bullshit from these pills that they give you.
Right. You know, even animals like dogs, for example, when they have a stomach ache, they go eat grass. Yeah, and they know, and it'll heal them. You know what I mean?
Hey, so these people try to demonize the truth.
That's right.
Right. All the way around the board. And if they gonna demonize the truth, you know they gonna demonize the children of Israel. If they gonna take that from you, hey, they'll take anything from you.
That's right.
And hey, the reason why they want to demonize us is because we're the only ones holding the truth. Everybody else is being left alone because everybody else is in that trick bag, putting you in the trick bag. The blind, leading the blind into a ditch.
Right, that's right.
But we're trying to keep her from that ditch, and they want to demonize us. That's why we're the most hated and the most attacked out here.
Oh, yeah. Right.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, starting from the top. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right, so the Lord has enemies and people that hate him. Right, and this scripture is proving it and showing you who they are.
Right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And there go that word again, craft. This is what this man does. This is why you have a damn Bob Kraft running the damn Patriots. You have to look at these words. And there ain't no coincidence out here.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And why are we hidden? Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the rest of these nations killed our great-grandparents and our great-great-grandparents and raised us up on lies.
That's right.
So now he hid the truth from us, and we trying to bring you back to it.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Right, so they cut us off from being a nation. So now we just think we look at our own brother like he ain't nobody.
Right.
We ready to fight one another when you try to put somebody on to say, yo, you're not Hispanic, you ain't black.
Right.
Right.
So black person ready to proud and that lie that they've been living all this time that they're ready to fight you. Right. Same for a Dominican. You tell a so-called Dominican, yo, you're not Dominican. What was a Dominican at in the 1400s? They won't be able to answer that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they're ready to fight you because they hold on so dearly to Esau's lies, man.
Right.
So he practically took counsel to cut us off.
That's right.
They killing the Dominican, right? Oh, so-called black man, it's not black. Try to tell Haitian, it's not Haitian. That's what they punish women for Haitian to tell you it's Haitian, you know? And there's no such thing as a Haitian, you know what I mean? So where do you come from? Ask them where they came from. They're confounded. Most of them are confounded. I see it. Just ask them, where did Haitian come from?
Right.
Hey, as a matter of fact, I think that word Haiti comes from Hades. Hell, which is hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where it's rooted from.
Hey, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Right.
Hey, these people are wicked.
They defranchised that island so much, and it's all the Lord too, man. I mean, first and foremost, because the Lord himself put it on Esau to destroy that place, but the Lord also made them die for business to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Being that they were the Lord's ministers, man. You know what I'm saying? Priests.
I got a precept.
We're going to finish that and we're going to go to that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 4 again. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right, they don't want us to remember ourselves. Right. And why they want us to remember ourselves? Because then we will understand what we have to do to get out of this situation. Right. Hey, we got to accept our Lord and Savior, YAHAWASHI, and we got to come back to these laws to the best of our ability.
Right.
And we got to cry out, right, when we being raped out here.
That's right.
Right, we got to cry to the Lord and get us out here.
Right.
But they don't want us to they don't want us to know who we are so we can fix. Hey, they want to bring our own solution. Hey, we're going to give you Black Lives Matter. Hey, that shit don't matter.
Right.
Hey, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that, we're going to give you free up. Hey, none of that shit matters. What matters is you knowing who you are and doing what you was commanded to do. And that's why they cut you off, so now you don't know what the hell's going on. That's why they did that. And it took a lot of people to do that.
Right. And the Lord wants us to be serving him. And the reason we don't fuck up is serving our enemies.
Right. Hey. And the thing is, like Aaron.
That's right.
You know, but like Aaron was saying, man, if we don't know who we are, we can't understand where we're going or what we have to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that also goes into Revelation where it says, depart from her and do not partake in her sins.
Right.
So we don't get her plagues. know what I mean? And this is what these people don't want. That's why they keep us asleep. You know, the 2/3. Because they elect us woke.
That's why this devil, this white devil, love order out of confusion.
That's right.
Because he keep us confused so he could be in order.
That's right.
This is what he's really doing out here.
Right.
Without telling you. And that's a trick. This man is a wizard.
Right.
He's such a master wizard that he even tricked his own people.
Right.
They've been inherited lies. They come out.
Right. Most of the white people don't even know who the hell they are.
Nah.
We lost. We just lost. But them niggas don't even know what the fuck is up.
Hey, that's why it says in the scriptures they should come from the ends of the earth saying our fathers have inherited lies.
Right.
Things that don't profit.
That's exactly,
Right.
exactly what I meant. That's the biblical. That's the scripture.
Right.
Last verse. Now you good, huh? Last verse, Psalms 83, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Right. Now, hold on. We're going to get into that next verse because it says they are confederate.
Right.
And the scripture is going to show you who they are. This is why the so-called white man changed the names of everybody. Right? Because he don't want you to know what's really in his Bible.
That's right.
Right? He don't want you to know his real name.
Right.
He don't want you to know the names of these other people. So he'll call them Chinese and Vietnamese and white. Hey, none of that shit's in the Bible.
That's right.
But they in there though.
I got the word confederacy, the meaning of it.
Get that, Confederate, because America was founded on the Confederacy as well.
That's
right.
Hey, so the Lord put it on a spirit to do these things.
Right.
Right?
This is the word confederacy, a league or alliance, especially of confederate states.
Right, so we're alliance. So all these nations that this Bible is about to name came together against the children of Israel.
That's right.
And that's why we telling you, all y'all going into slavery for this.
Right.
That's right.
All y'all is going to pay for these things.
That's right.
Right, and this is why you go along with the so-called white man, right, who be over there killing you and your people and coming in your field and taking any damn thing they want from you.
So like that word alliance is usually synonymous with war.
Right.
When you have allies, you're going against somebody.
That's right.
Right. I think that's what they call the allies. The allies.
Right.
That's the thing, right? People think the so-called white man just take over us and then like that's how we come down, right?
Right.
You don't get that. The so-called white man use all the other nations just to bring us down.
Right.
People think he used the Ishmaelites, that's the Arabs. You think the Hamites just to bring us in slavery. You don't think we just fell in Europe when you're ruling and then everything was all about the so-called white man. No, it's not the alliance of all those people to bring us down.
Hey,
because they love putting in their scripture.
Right. But at the end of the day, those other nations knew who we were too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I said they had to try to collude together to hide us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they knew what happened to Egypt. They knew what happened to that other in the wars with the 300. When the Lord is with us, it can nobody come against us.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So they knew what they had to do.
Right.
You know, but it was all through the spirit of the Lord because we went off.
That's right.
That's what they took
Right.
about the president of Egypt. The president of Egypt. When he said the Jews
He said
come back white. That's why he got killed.
Yeah.
Those nations were supposed to keep them off shut.
Yeah.
And then when he bring this out, they got to call him out of the living.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Hey, so we're going to show you these nations that the Bible say came against us, right?
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 5 again. For they have consented together with one consent, Salakia. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
Oh, right there. So the tabernacles of Edom is like we telling you is the so-called white man.
That's right.
Right. So the so-called white man was the leader of this confederacy, right?
And the Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites goes into the Arabs. Right. This is why we have these boards out here, right, to show you what's going on.
Of Moab.
Of Moab, the Chinese man, right?
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes was not on his board, but it goes into the Hamites.
Right.
Right? Which are the Africans.
That's right.
Right?
Gebal.
Gebal is another tribe of the Hamites,
Right.
the Africans.
And Ammon.
And Ammon, which goes into the Japanese.
Right.
Right? So all these people, but there's more, right?
And Amalek.
the Amalek, which is the head tribe of Esau, the Israelis right now that are in our land claiming to be us. Right?
Right.
That's the thing. About Amalek, right? They own 72% of the ship that was steering jigs in the Americas. It's not more than that. Because that they're telling you, they show Edom, the whole nation of Edom.
Right.
But the Lord specified Amalek in there.
That's the
Right.
chief house of Edom. Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
also- It was also the first nation.
Right.
The first of the nation, the
nation.
richest nation.
Right.
Right, because of the way he screwed they screwed everything up. Man.
Right.
Hey, and Amalek, even to this day, set themselves separate from the rest of Esau.
Right.
Right. They hold themselves in higher regard. And why do they do that? Because they know this truth.
That's
Right.
Hey, they the ones that running everything.
Right.
So they just another class, a higher class of Edomite.
Right.
Speaking about running, who do you think owned and funded? No, matter of fact, who do you think? Yeah, exactly. Owned and funded Hitler himself, man.
Right.
Adolf
Right.
Hitler. And Adolf Hitler himself was an Amalekite.
Right. He
Right.
was a damn Israeli.
That whole shit was set up.
What was his
Right.
name? Shekel Gruber.
Yep.
Hey, look
Yeah.
these things
Yep.
up.
Yeah, yeah. And that whole situation was set up to bring him in 1948.
Right.
That
Right.
was another trick bag.
The
So
Balfour
they said,
Declaration.
you know,
Right.
you know that the Holocaust was such witchcraft on our people that they don't forget about the slavery that happened here and said, look what happened to the so-called Jews.
Not only that, how many so-called how many of them so-called Jews died? How many of the so-called
Well, it
Jews
was only
died?
like 3 million or something like that.
Compared to
We
James.
talk about 200 plus million.
You feel
know
me?
what I mean?
So they
And that's
like you
and that's
said,
allegedly. That's allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if that's even true. Yeah, if that's even true.
If you go to
Yeah.
Deuteronomy,
Yeah, that shit. I don't know.
worried about another day.
when you go to Deuteronomy, they never had yokes of iron. They
Nope.
never went in ships.
Nope.
They were taken in trains. You know what I mean? They never went in slavery.
They actually own the ships.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Hey, they're not captive right now, waking up to who they were.
Bro,
Right,
they don't,
right,
and
right.
if you go to Isaiah 14:1, they ain't got all the other nations over there in Israel serving them.
Right.
You know, it said when they get put back into their land, all the other nations shall cleave onto them.
Right.
So how is that? How is it them?
Right.
That's false prophecy.
Where's
And-
YAHAWASHI and King David?
Right. Right.
Come on, man.
And they're the lenders, not the borrowers.
Right.
That's another
And
one.
on top of that, they so-called know who they are.
Right. They never forgot who they were according to them.
Niggas, when did they ever lose their heritage?
Right.
Right.
Them motherfuckers will tell you, oh, it's been passed down from my grandparents and their grandparents, and then you don't fit the scriptures, man.
And,
Right.
and you losing your heritage goes into losing your language too.
Everything.
Right,
Yeah,
everything.
You forget who you
So,
are,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you start thinking you a fucking Dominican
Hey,
and Puerto
through
Rican
the
Right.
verses of
and black.
Deuteronomy
Right.
28,
Don't
15
fit.
through 68, it's undoubtable
Yeah,
that we are
definitely.
those people.
Right.
That's right.
It's undisputable.
That's right.
Hey, that's why they can't come up here and mess with this. Right, this is why you see police riding by.
Right.
Hey, we talking openly about the white man. Hey, police just ride right by.
That's right.
Don't even pay him no money.
Right.
That's
Well, the
right.
scripture.
That's all it's set up by YAHAWASHI, man, because by Yahweh and YAHAWASHI, because back in the day, you know what, 100 years back, we wouldn't be able to set nothing up. You
Right,
can't
right.
even with some whores, man.
Hey, this how you-
cracker whores, man.
Right. Right.
Why not
Right.
so
Right.
Beautiful. Hey, this how
Right.
you know the
Right.
Lord is with this
That's right,
program.
That's right.
Hey, this
Right.
is mercy for him to allow this to happen. But this ain't gonna last forever.
Right.
Hey, the Lord is gonna take this word away. And
right.
y'all gonna be in that darkness.
right.
You're gonna be searching for this word.
That's right.
Amalek, right? The Philistines.
The Philistines, which are the Palestinians.
Right.
Right? They don't want you to know these things. Because then it all makes sense. But they don't want it to make. They want order out of confusion. That's right. Right? That way they can keep getting you.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? You don't tell a man that you tricking him.
Right.
You don't tell a man that you stealing from him. You want to just keep stealing.
Hey, and Esau is kind of smart because he knew to change all the names, not just his and ours.
Scripture says he's wiser than Daniel.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
And make up like 200 more.
right,
300
because
more.
through elimination process,
yeah.
we would have figured this out a long time ago. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
but it's not just Esau. I mean, Esau is a smart man,
Right.
but this is a whole council that
Right.
they have.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
This is part of that crap. Hey, they
No
went
matter-
through great lengths to do this.
Hey, no matter how much beef they got with each other, they never come out and snitch on each other about this.
Right.
Right.
They're the League of Doom.
The League of Doom, that's right, man.
The last one that done it got killed, you know?
Yeah, you were saying that, right? The guy from Egypt, the president of Egypt?
That's it.
Yeah, he said the Jews left black and came back white.
Right,
Yeah.
that's why they have all these secret societies and shit like that, and they'll kill you for these things. And you see people die that come out and speak. Hey, this is what they trying to hide. They're trying to hide the children of Israel
The best kept secret.
from waking up
The Lord's
and
jewels.
turning back to their power.
The Lord's jewels, man. And what are jewels? Precious stones, man. They're
Right.
rare, man. Especially the elect.
Right.
So why wouldn't they try to hide it, man?
This is better than money, gold. This truth right here, man, is better than any wealth in the world.
Hey man, we haven't even begun to feel the pride, the righteous pride that we should be feeling.
That's right.
Of knowing that we Jakes, man, that we Israelites, man.
That's right. They took all the gems. They're trying to take all the gems and put it in this vault so nobody could get it.
And what other title is surpasses Yasharala, man, the Prince of the Power?
Right.
Right.
Yahawashai is the only thing that
They
can
try to
surpass that.
contain the Lord's power, man. On earth.
Yahawashai is Yasha'Allah.
Yeah, that's right.
From child of Judah.
Yeah.
What's better than that?
Nothing's
Right.
better than that, man. So that's why I said we haven't even begun to feel the smidget of pride that we should be feeling as being Israelites.
And that's the thing. You see, we call ourselves Israelites, right? But the word is Yasha'Allah, right? Yasha'Allah, right? But that's it. They're coming in one consent, right? To take the name of Israel. But the true name, right, is Yasha'Allah. The name of Yasha'Allah, that's like you never heard of Yasha'Allah, of Israel. Israel is a broken down, it's a transliteration. It's not a true thing.
And it keeps us pushing this truth, man, because you should be furious, man, that they took this from you, man. They took everything about you, man. They took your God from you, man.
Right.
You over here praying to this bitch ass nigga right here, man. And nothing, you know, there's how many churches in the hood, man? Hundreds, man. Hundreds of these churches.
Yep.
And Jake's still running around, going in and out of the liquor stores that are saturated in the hood, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You all fucked up. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking, man. But yo, they know how to keep us down, man.
Hey, but these nations that come together are the ones that open these liquor stores and keep us in that state.
That's right.
Right, they keep us in this state of confusion.
Right.
And this is how they do it, right? With this consumerism, with these medications, with this liquor.
Right.
It's all just piled on top of you. It buries you in wickedness.
Right. Like you always say, bro, these other nations came to lick our swords, man.
Right.
Esau already put us in a fucked up situation. And these other nations come in and further the affliction. You know, licking our swords. You know what I
actually
mean?
got a precept for that. Jeremiah 12:10. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness.
Right.
And that's what you see. Our people just wild, man, just dead.
Right.
Just like a dead forest, man, no leaves.
Right. And he when accused the pastors of doing that. And that's exactly who's helping them too. Not just the black woman. All these pork chop eating pastors out here doing it too. Right. T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar.
That's the main thing they use.
All these Africans over here trying to teach in these Baptist churches.
That's why what Jeremiah in the 23rd chapter says, woe to the pastors that scatter my sheep.
Right. That whole chapter is fire.
That whole chapter is fire.
If they're not telling you this, what we telling you, then they teaching you lies.
That's right.
Because there's only one truth out here.
That's right. That's right.
And they use the pastor. That's the main way they separate you from the Lord YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. That they use these pastors, these churches, because they want to get into the spirit, man.
Right. I have a quick piece of the back of the lock. And he's saying, as far as that title of Yasha'Allah, Prince of the Power, how powerful that truly is.
That is, bro.
The book of Psalms, chapter 33, and verse 12, blessed is the nation whose power is the Lord, and the people whom he had chosen for his own inheritance.
Hey, that's a beautiful. Hey, read that again, brother.
Beautiful.
The book of Psalms, chapter 33, and verse 12. Blessed is the nation.
So that nation is the nation of Israel. Hey,
Right.
we telling you blessed out here.
That's right.
Right? The Bible is telling you this.
Whose power is the Lord, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI.
And this is why they want to keep us out of this. Because this is our power. Our power is not guns and drugs. Our power is the Lord.
That's right.
Right.
So if you want to fight and you don't have no power, right? It's like He-Man, right? When he the regular Adam and he ain't got his he ain't got his power, his sword, hey, he can be beat.
That's right.
But when he get that, when he said, I have the power,
Right.
hey, that's when they gonna lose.
Right.
And they don't want you to have that power.
right.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Whom he had chosen for his own inheritance.
So the Lord chose us. And this is why these people hate the Lord. They worship the devil. They worship Buddha,
Right.
Allah.
Right.
Hey, they hate the Lord because the Lord chose us.
That's right.
And they can't get to the Lord, but they can get to us. Right? And because when we don't do what the Lord say, he allow them to get to us.
That's right.
Right.
That's the thing. The Lord said, choose us for his inheritance, right? Inheritance, right? You can put it aside and still get back the inheritance again. So the nation can say that. When the Lord say, I'm going to bring them back again, who is going to bring back again?
That's right.
It's inheritance that you cast away. You're going to bring them back again. Can the other nation say that? No, they can't say that. To go back to their father.
That's the reconciliation.
Reconciliation part, you know?
Right,
And then
right.
redeem, to buy back.
Yeah,
Buy
man.
back. That's right.
And that's the thing. Are you going to buy back something you never had before?
That's right.
Right.
That's
To
right.
reconcile is to reconcile again.
Yeah, you know? And that's the thing. It's inheritance. Let's say your dad gives you a car, a brand new car. It's your inheritance in your own yard. You drive all the time. You put it back. You're going to drive it for like 10, 20 years. You can still go back and get it and drive it again. Because that's your inheritance. You're not going to touch that because that's yours.
That's right.
Right.
And that same inheritance belongs to the Most High. That's when you can always go back to the Most High. That's why the Lord can always come back unto us. That's why He's sending His only begotten Son to drive that car, okay?
Right. We're going to give you a new engine.
New engine in it, okay?
That's right. That's
Now,
right.
what's the new engine? Give you a heart of flesh.
Right.
So you take the heart of stone that you have right now, that you won't follow the Most High YAHAWASHI.
Right.
That you can put the law in your inward parts.
Right.
In your mind.
That's-
Change your mind. Change your ways. Repent. Come back to YAHAWASHI.
Right. A second covenant. That's right. I got one for you, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Yep. This is Revelations. You're just going, backing you brothers up. Where how these other nations, especially Esau, don't want us to come back, and they fear it. This is a Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Just going, just backing up what the brother was just saying. These heathens, they all were confederate against us to keep us against our power, YAHAWASHI. And now that we're coming back to the remembrance of who we are, these nations are in great fear because they know when we're in good with our power, they're through. As long as we're going off, the Lord will just let the heathen do whatever they want to us.
Right.
But when we come back onto them, these niggas ain't shit.
Right. It says that in the book of Judah.
Right.
We bring
5th
that
chapter.
out, we bring that out all
Right.
the time.
Yeah, 5 and 20.
Hey, we gonna read this right here. So if y'all got Judah, we'll bring that out too. It's Psalms the 50th chapter.
Cool. I want to add to what the brother was saying too before I bring this out. In the book of Deuteronomy, it starts off telling you that if you follow these laws, so going back to what he's saying, if you come back to the Lord, you're going to be set up as kings over all nations. Right? So if you break the laws, right, the Lord is going to give you all these curses and you won't be a king no more. Right? And that's exactly what the brother is saying. If you come back to the Lord, you're going to be in his right side. He's going to be happy with you.
Right.
For lack of word. He's going to be happy with you, so he's going to take care of you, man.
Right.
He's going to set you back as a king. That's why on this side, in this world, we're not in our rulership. This is Esau's rulership. But in our mentality, the truth will set you free. So you come back to a rulership mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you come back to the Lord.
Right.
So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 50. I'm going to start at verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh says, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Go right there.
Right.
So the wicked is going to this so-called white man, right? And these people in Israel are claiming to be us. But what does he have to do to declare the Lord's statute?
Right.
Hey, the law wasn't given to that man.
That's right.
And he doesn't even believe in Yahawashi.
That's right.
He don't even believe in the New Testament. What does he have to do to declare the Lord's statute? Nothing.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Right. Trying to take the Lord's covenant that they the Lord's children.
That's right.
trying to put themselves into the second covenant. Oh, God loves everybody now. He put off his children.
Right.
So like he's basically asking now, how you gonna fix your face to say this is yours?
Right.
Right.
That's why the Lord's gonna bust your whole shit up.
Right. Hey man, your birthright, you sold your birthright, man. It was already prophesied that the Lord, it was already predestined. You selling your birthright, you know what I'm saying? It was already predestined that that birthright was given to Israel.
Hey, they don't even read that.
It's a word. And he did it. And Esau did it. Esau did it in the most disgusting way. He wanted a meat not even fully cooked yet.
Right.
Hey, he still eat that to this day.
Right, he love that shit, man.
These dudes eat a whole raw chicken.
Hey,
You saw it on the
I seen an article the other day, right? It said the best steakhouse, one of the best steakhouses in America. They say the thing you should get is steak tartare.
It's all like
Steak tartare, that's raw meat.
Raw meat.
man, that sounds like SARS.
Your Edomites are sick. You know what's crazy, bro?
Right.
I seen certain videos on YouTube where these Edomites chop off the animal, put it in the freezer, and then when they're ready to eat, they just take it out, let it thaw, and eat that shit like that.
Hey, but what
Hey,
happened
that's
before
tartare
that?
right
Yo,
there.
don't even cook it, bro.
But what
Yeah,
happened
yeah,
before
it's
that?
straight
When
raw,
they
man.
hunted,
Yeah.
traditionally, what they do is they cut the heart out, and they eat a piece. They eat a whole piece. They consume a piece of that.
crazy.
shit.
Right.
They try to talk about it like it's some spiritual shit. Yo,
Hey,
hey,
that's a Hamite tradition.
Right.
Because Cain, he went into and mingled with the Hamites. And they took all those gods from the Hamites. So
Right.
they following all that. But
Right.
that's in Esau's spirit too.
Right.
And what they say in Planet of the Apes, you know, back in the day, beware the beast, man. That's a fucking beast thing to do, man. To a lion goes and fucking, let me not even use it, a fucking animal goes and eats raw fucking meat, man. Kills the shit and just consumes it. These people are fucking like beasts, man. These fucking so-called white people, man.
Profane man.
Profane, man. And profane means outside the temple, man.
Let me back you up on
Yeah,
that
go ahead,
right
brother.
now. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau,
right.
who for one morsel of meat sold his
right.
birthright.
Right.
For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
He was what?
Rejected.
He was what?
Rejected.
Rejected.
For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Right, that's right.
Hold on. We're going to finish this.
no doubt.
But Esau was ejected, right?
Yep.
He found no repentance.
No
So he was
repentance.
rejected. His birthright is not for him. The covenant is not for him.
Right.
Going back to what I just said, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Right.
Right.
You were rejected,
That's
Esau.
right.
This covenant is not for you, man.
Right.
Hey, but through the confusion that he put up, hey, he got y'all believing that it is.
Right.
Right.
Right, and this is why he don't want to come up here, because we can prove him wrong.
That's right.
Right.
So he don't even want to touch it, because he already proved his point. He tried to walk off. Hey, but we picked back up the mic and said, hold up. But he don't want to come and talk now, though.
Right.
That
That's
was
right.
rejected for you, right?
Hey, we got rejected for you. We put right in the verb because it's an action word, right? Reject, early 15th century from Old French, rejector, and directly from Latin. I ain't even gonna try to say that word. Rate. Okay, there was no J back then. I don't know. Past participle. Anyways, I'll go to the point, man. Throw away, cast away, vomit.
Woo!
That's Esau.
That's Esau.
That damn castaway.
Right.
And that's the thing. When he said Esau was rejected, right? That's the thing. Esau was put away, right? Now Esau gonna cry. That's the same thing you see book I'm doing, right? They try to see a way in. They're crying right now.
Right.
That's a cry. All these in the Harrows and Barrows coming against the camps. That's the cry. They them crying to the Most High or trying to get back in the good grace of the Most High.
Right.
But you're gonna see what the Most High said. You got it right here. You're gonna see 2nd Esdras 3:16. You're gonna read about it.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 3 and verse 16, and it reads, And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau.
You see, Esau was right. Esau was put away. Like a vomit that it is, right?
Right.
Now Esau started to come in the good grace of the Lord by opening the Bible and say, oh yeah, everybody can be saved. Now, that's him crying right now, trying to get back. But the Lord said, you know what, man? There's no
there's no repentance.
There's no repentance
That's
on
what he
you.
said, man.
And he was rejected.
Yeah.
So
Right.
let's say I'm voting this man out. You have no part of this thing. It's
Right.
not for you no more.
So that's why he
Right.
say, what is thou to do to declare his statutes
That's
and
right.
his covenant?
Right.
Hey, you've been rejected, man.
That's
Right. Right.
That's right.
You can finish
Right.
this out.
There's a better word. You can veto. That's it.
Veto.
That's veto. You it's the judge, and he say smack it down. He say you're done.
And that-
Right.
In the
Right.
19th century, it also meant it could also mean excrement.
But you know that goes back further than Esau.
Right.
That
Shit.
goes back
Right.
further than Esau and Jacob. That goes back to Cain and Abel. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
He was rejected even then
right.
when he was Cain. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how he became the first murderer.
Right.
Sacrificing him.
Right, he rejected the sacrifice.
That's
Right.
Hey, Shimon, go ahead with that.
Right, verse 17. Psalms 50:17. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, when thou sowest a thief, then thou consentedest with him.
Right, so these nations, y'all saw this thief, right? The nations we just named in Psalms the 83rd chapter, you saw this thief doing this, and you consented with him,
That's right.
right?
They actually help him do it, right?
Right.
The so-called Chinese and Japanese and Arabs built a ship to bring us in slavery.
Right.
So they find a good way to make good money, to get rich. That's how all those nations get rich out of us. That's why they come out here and lick our soul, because
Right.
they consented to this man.
Not only
Right.
that, they actually pinpointed exactly where we was in that man.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? They were specifically looking for us.
Not only that, right? They didn't only do it to Judah. They do it to first to
The northern kingdom.
to another kingdom,
Right,
the
right.
so-called black, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans. Okay, because they were doing that was building their ships too.
Right,
Okay,
right.
and that's why they have to prepare for it. Because let's put it that way. Let's say Judah was ruling in Europe. The same way with Judah, think it with Judah, right? But they think with the whole nation.
Right.
Now, they got no excuse now. When you ask them, what did the Native American did to you? Now that, black man was ruling Europe, you were going out and cooking. Now, I'm going to ask you now, what did the Native American did to you? Now, tell us now what the Native American did to you.
Hey, was
You
that-
got no excuse now, right?
Was the scripture, those that were at peace with you?
Yeah.
How does that go?
Let's look it up for edification, right?
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Because he just said, what did the natives do to you, you know? And that's scriptural. Those that were at peace with you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right, so is there more on that, Shimon?
Con.
I think exactly.
Verse 18. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentedest with him, and hast been partakers with adulterers. Thou givest my mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
Right, so y'all consented with this devil, right, this thief and adulterer,
Right.
right, and y'all gonna pay for that.
That's right.
Hey, y'all gonna pay dearly for that. Hey, and y'all going into slavery for 1,000 years.
That's right.
But after that time, right, you gonna go back to your own land, and you gonna be following YAHAWASHI and his laws, statutes, and judgments under the children of Israel.
That's
Right.
Right, under the men that came out here and told y'all these things.
Right.
Hey, this how fair the Lord is. Right, if you do what he say, he sets you up for greatness. And this is what he's doing for us. In the midst of our enemies, he's setting us up,
Right.
right, for greatness.
Right.
For the ones that have faith and believe on the report, the ones who dance into this song, hey, you got something good coming for you.
That's right.
So
That's
hold
right.
on.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because the rest of these nations is in turmoil.
That's right.
That's right.
And this is why Russia's masked up on Ukraine. Right? Is there more than ever?
Con. Verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou standest thine own mother's son.
Right, because Esau is our evil twin brother.
Right.
Right, this is what he don't want you to know.
Right.
He slanderous his own mother's son. This is why he was rejected.
That's right.
Right, he doesn't have the brotherly love. And this is what the Lord requires.
Yep. Just like in Cain and Abel, same spirit.
Same,
You know?
same story.
Yep.
Same story.
Verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such and one as thyself.
Right, so the Lord allowed you to do it. He kept silent. Hey, he could have rose up and smote you right there. And that would have been the end of it. But he did that. He did that for a reason, right? He made you, he built you up, just like he did for the Pharaoh.
That's right.
Right? Because he gonna show his glory in you. He gonna use you, just like you try to use the Lord's children. Hey, the Lord is gonna use you for an example. And he gonna destroy you. And you think that the Lord is all together with you, and he agrees with the way you treat and everything. Hey, he got you in a whole nother trick bag.
That's
And
right.
he's the master. The Lord is the master wizard. He's all these things. So he got you. He gonna use the same thing you use against us, against you.
That's right.
You going? Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eye.
And this is what you saying. Hey, we reproving you. We picked back up that mic and said, nah, that's not how it go. This is how the song is supposed to be sung. This is what it sounds like. This is what the truth sounds like. And he don't like this song. He envious of this song, just like he try to do in these days, right? If we make a song in a style, he'll try to steal that and make it his own song, but it never sounds as good as the original.
That's right.
This is what this man does.
Right.
He's a counterfeit.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro. Was that it?
No, there's more. Verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Salaki, verse 22. Now consider this, ye that forget Yahawah, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver.
Right, and that's talking to you 2/3, right?
right.
You forgot the Lord, right? You forgot how this song goes, right? And he gonna allow this devil to tear you into pieces, because he gonna show you too, right?
Right. And there be none to deliver.
Right, and nobody's going to deliver you. So when YAHAWASHI come, when these nuclear missiles strike, right, and pick up the ones that know how to sing this song, right, he's going to deliver us from these things. But there's going to be nobody to deliver you 2/3. So you stiff-necked niggas out here that think the white man and the rest of these nations is going to make it.
That's right.
There's going to be nobody to deliver you.
Right.
Right.
I got a precept.
Yeah, let me just one more verse. Verse 23, whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of Yahawah.
So we the ones doing. Read that last sentence again, because this is talking about what we doing right now.
That's right.
This is exactly what we doing, what we was commanded to do. Hey, we not just coming out here for nothing. We coming out here to show that we love the Lord, YAHAWASHI,
That's right.
love our people, and we doing what we have to do to be delivered out of this damn hellhole.
That's right. So Psalm 50 and 23, whoso offereth praise glorifieth me.
Hey, and we offering praise to the Lord right now.
That's right.
And we glorifying his name.
That's right.
We glorifying his children. We glorifying his covenant, the heritage, his son. That's right.
And to him that ordereth his conversation aright.
Right, and this is what it is. This is a right conversation.
Right.
You can't come up here and point to a lie that we telling you.
That's right.
This is all right.
Right. There's a scripture that says that we should stay in holy conversation. And who's the only one that's doing that? Who's the only nation that's having this conversation that's set apart to the whole world, man? Right? That's set apart to your philosophy, Esau. That's set apart to that wine, that Christianity, which is bullshit, man.
Right.
That has nothing to do with the scripture.
Right.
Who's the one who's having that conversation? Only the elect, man. The ones that are worshiping Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI.
Right.
That's who the Lord's going to take care of. That's who the Lord's going to have salvation for, man. Israel.
This is Psalms 55, verse 20. He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant.
That's right.
It was at peace. When our people was at peace with this man, right? Especially the Native Americans.
Right.
And the Latinos, right? Was at peace with this man. He went every covenant. even over 181 covenant.
Right.
Okay,
The peace treaties.
Right.
They have with them, right?
And if it wasn't for the natives, these people would have died out here.
Stop.
They didn't know how to cultivate. They ain't know how to heal themselves. They ain't know nothing, man. They would have been frozen. How many times, you know, they taught them how to cultivate, and what they do, they killed them and said, Happy Thanksgiving.
That's
And
right.
they ran them off the land after they told them, you know, we have peace with you. And what they do, they drew their swords after.
Right. Can I get something to back you up, bro? Just to show what these fucking devils did to our people, right? Like the brother was just talking about, in particular, we're talking about the northern kingdom at this moment. This is Micah 2, I'll start at 1. It says, Woe! Woe means destruction. To them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house and a man in his heritage. And that's exactly what these devils did, man.
I mean, think about it. And I'm talking to you fucking 2/3 of Israel, man, that sit there and love this damn beast white man. Y'all sit there and fucking love your oppressor after the natives gave them stuff to heal, to eat, showed them the ways, and they turned around and gave them fucking smallpox blankets, killed the fucking buffalo so they could starve. Right. You know what I mean? Took their children, and this is who the fuck you love, man.
Right. This is who you praising.
Yeah,
that's
man.
your God, right?
Right.
The so-called white man's your God.
And that's why you're gonna fucking go down with them, because join hand in hand.
Right.
The fucking wicked will not go unpunished.
That's right.
Hey, I got a scripture to back up what you were saying earlier, right? And you, brother. This is Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49, which is the chapter before the one that you just read, Shemaiah.
The demons coming out.
Right. That's that witchcraft that they use to distract the people so they can forget what we're doing.
Right. There was nothing happening.
Right.
Hey, but they can't do nothing before it.
That's right. Right. Hey, man.
Not necessary.
Right.
This is Isaiah chapter 49, verse 6. And he said, It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. Which I would preserve. Go ahead.
Restore. To be servant to preserve the children of Israel. To restore what? To restore something, you have to be there before. For something to be restored. I can do a nation be restored if they've never been there before. To bring back. That's what restore, to bring back.
That's like you said earlier in the car, man. When you have to own something, right? To restore, when you restore a car, what happens? You own the car, you bring it back to its natural state. You don't just get a new car. That's
Well, why would you restore? Why would you restore it? Because in its current in its current stage, it's all messed up, right? It's missing a fender, got another color fender, all shit messed up, right? Well, Israel is like it to that. We all fucked up. And check this out real quick before I go to the next one, right? To the one I was just reading, Isaiah 42, chapter 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled,
Right.
just like the car, all messed up. You know what I mean? Spoiled.
I mean, that word spoiled means ruined. So what happens to milk when it's spoiled? It's ruined.
It's ruined. It's messed up. That's right. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Right.
They are for a prey, P-R-E-Y, and none delivereth. For a spoil, and none saith restore. Don't nobody gives a shit about Israel. That's like the elect.
That's right.
You know
That's like having a Camry and the grass is growing through it. And
Through
nobody
it,
wants
yeah.
to restore it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
only
right.
one person interested in that car, man.
That's
And
right, bro.
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI,
Right.
man.
And
that's the spirit that, you know, used car prices is going through the roof now.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, if we liking us under that, look at our stock.
Especially
That's
the
right.
Camry, right? The Camrys, nobody wanted them shit. Now everybody wants them because they last forever.
Yeah, they last forever. You fix them up quickly.
Hey, and that's saying us. Our kingdom is going to last forever.
That's right.
That's right. That's
Hey,
right.
man, this is all about us.
That's right.
Right, this
the real
is
forever.
the beautiful thing.
Yahawah said he came for the sick.
That's
And what I
right.
said, the whole head of Israel is sick.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So he came to redeem us and restore us.
So just to finish that scripture I read, I was reading Isaiah 49. And he said, It is a light thing that thou should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. That's what we're doing right now, man.
Right.
And those Gentiles is going to the Israelites that scattered all through the end of the earth.
That's right.
So we bringing that light to those brothers out here. You know, you got some coming from Africa. You got some in India.
Italy.
All around the world, we bringing the light to them through the World Wide Web.
That's
And
right.
In that book, and when it says, so it mentions Israel twice, it's a different word means, right? It says, serving to raise up the tribes of Jacob, right? That's what we're trying to do with Israel, with Jacob, right? And to restore the preserved of Israel, which goes into the elect.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
elect is
The remnant.
coming back because once we knew this, and now we getting it back.
Right.
When you got a drink and you got the preserve, hey, the preserve is the good stuff.
That's right.
Hey, the Lord said
Hey, the
you will
preserve
reserve
it costs a
7,000.
little
I
more.
was about to say that.
Right.
That's the spirit. I'm about to say that.
I was storing it for a
Right.
while.
Hey,
Right.
bro, that's the Holy Spirit, man. When you bring up, when you're able to think of precepts, no, not too, but precepts. You know what I'm saying? That's the Spirit, because I had just yelled out when you was talking. I had yelled out. He also, the Lord said that He reserved 7,000.
Right.
7,000
I'm gonna
men.
get
That's
that
a
right
precept
now.
to that scripture.
Right.
And the brother was about to say it also. But it makes sense, man. And that's the point I'm trying to make. These niggas in church, these Jakes in church, and all the other people, they're not able to think about precepts like that, man. They'll say one word, one scripture real fast, and go into a motivational speech for an hour.
Right.
Nothing to do with what that scripture. And if they do call anything else, they'll mix and match scriptures
That aren't
take
even
3-4
going.
words from
Right,
here,
right.
3-4 words from another book,
Right.
match it up to make their bullshit point.
Right.
They're like, yo, you just fucking screw that
Yeah,
up.
I came across a video of a pastor in Mass that told one of their congregation members, he's like, I've been struggling with smoking a carton of cigarettes, now I'm down to 5 packs, and you told me last week to just buy another pack. That's what the pastor told him. I'm like, what's that?
What about the pastor that was in some chick's DM, yo?
Oh yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yo.
I want to make a comment on what the brother brought out, how we gonna be that light to the Gentiles. And why are we gonna be that light to the Gentiles? Because the Gentiles are in darkness right now, man. Because they following the ways of these heathens, man, which the Lord said not to go into. So when you taking the ways of these heathens, you in darkness. Now you drunk off this wine. That's why they say you black out when you get drunk. That's exactly what these people are doing, man. They in darkness. They got these demons on them. Right. And we out here, you know, Lord willing, we in that number. We got the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and we got that light, man. Yeah. We letting that light shine. And then going into what the brother said, that the Lord's coming back to that preserve, man. Right, who is that preserve? That elect. And I got that scripture.
Hey, and these YouTube videos, real quick, are like epistles. Because we were all Gentiles at one point.
That's right.
Right.
We heard this either through somebody that spoke to us straight up, face to face, or just stumbling upon a video like I did myself personally on YouTube. I was brought back to it.
Bro, that shit was a light switch.
Oh
When
yeah.
I heard this word,
Right.
that light switch.
Right. Exactly. That's it. That light came on.
I don't think I've ever stopped thinking about scriptures and this truth since I came.
And you know,
since
and that's another way that they say, you know, to rise up and you know, depart from her. Because we're in the valley of the shadow of death, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that light helps you depart from that shadow.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah,
Right.
lets you depart from that shadow, man.
Right.
So this is 1 Kings 19 and 18. Yet I have left me 7,000. And that 7,000 goes into completion, right? Yet I had left me 7,000 in Israel. Where? In Israel, right? All the knees which have not bowed unto Baal.
Hey, call on YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. 144 with it, man. Why you saying that, you know? Hey, 'cause the scripture saying that he preserved a complete
amount of men. Right.
That's right. Because it's not only so much the 144, it starts with them, but it also goes into that mixed multitude, man.
Right.
There's men and women in there that are preserved to hear this, man, and come back to the truth.
Right.
Yo, and that's the spirit that we speaking about, the men that are preserved, the ones the Lord's coming back, and then we see 144 right there.
Yeah, that's why I yelled it. That's why I had to interrupt you while you say that. I look over there and I see 144, man.
It's beautiful. 1 Kings 19 and 18. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which has not kissed him.
Right, man. And you know how they gonna be bowing down to Baal nowadays? In the modern time, that beast system, that karagma that y'all gonna accept, and that a lot of people gonna accept, and that's the modern way of bowing to Baal, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But like it says in Lamentations 4:18, I believe, it says, "Yet as for us, we have looked for a nation that cannot save us."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what a majority of our people are going down to Egypt for help.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what king was that? That was Nebuchadnezzar. No, the one that the brother was just reading. The king of Babylon, when he said, when y'all hear a tune, when y'all hear music, bow down, or everybody should leave their
that's in Daniel.
That's in Daniel,
yeah, and it goes into that also, man. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
The statue of Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, con.
And that's exactly
Oh, you
what
got
they
it from
wanted
me?
to do nowadays,
Yep.
man.
And you know, it's funny that they say,
if you don't mind, bro.
that run to Egypt for help. You know what I mean? That reminds me of when the Lord passed over and that shadow was casting over the whole Egypt, and everybody, all the kids was dying. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're in the shadow of the valley of the shadow of death, man.
Right, that's right.
The Lord who's going to bring that death. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Notice when we was all in there, man, elbow to elbow next to each other. Like, yo, he think it's crazy. Yo, the Lord just killed all these
Yeah,
right. All those animals, beasts,
Look at all these
all
animals.
that.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
man.
You can hear people hollering and crying in the
Yeah,
back,
man, that wailing, the gnashing of the teeth, all that shit. Hey, this is just a repeat of history. You know?
The Lord did that, man.
Hey, these things is coming back to pass.
Right.
Hey, there's going to be a great war here. It's going to be a great, the scriptures say a time like never was before since there was a nation.
Right.
Hey, it's going to be bad around there.
Right.
You're going to need this covering.
I gotta appreciate that book, backing up with the brother Lahab just with his point, right? This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Vain, right? Vain help means it's not real, man. It's imaginary. Vain is fake, right? Or vain help. Oh, let me see. Go ahead, bro.
Right, useless, something
Useless,
that is
right.
not gonna help you out.
Right.
It's for no glory, man.
Right.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right. And that nation, the main nation, is fucking Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. These niggas can't even save their fucking self. How they gonna save us, man?
Right. Verse 18, they hunt our steps.
Right.
That we cannot go in our streets.
Right.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
Right. And how are they hunting our steps? They're laying all these snares, making these unrighteous decrees.
That's right.
Constantly. They keep pushing the juice on everybody.
That's right.
If you don't get the jump shot, then you can't work over here. If you do get it, you can't work over there. Just all these traps and snares that they're setting up.
That's right. Verse 19, our persecutors are swifter than the eagle of the heaven.
The eagle, oh, hold on. Who's known to use the eagle in all history?
Right.
All nations of Edom.
That's right. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
In the wilderness, that's right.
The breath of our nostril, the anointed of the Lord.
That's right.
Was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathens. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, and that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Right.
That's right. So it says rejoice, Edom. Rejoice right now. Because this is your end. This is your end, Esau, Edom. Your rulership is about to come to an end.
That's right.
That cup that was given unto Israel because we went off, that cup is about to come unto you.
That's right.
The Lord is about to serve you.
That's right. Yo, bro, real quick. Right. And just like it says in Proverbs 26 chapter, whosoever diggeth the pit shall fall into it. Just like what happened with Haman in the book of Esther, right?
Right.
He made the gallows for the Israelites to be hung on, and then his bitch ass and his fucking 10 sons got hung on the same gallows that he put for us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
That's
right.
also talking about them nuclear missiles. Hey, you dig that pit for us.
That's right.
But that's gonna fall on top of you.
That's right.
You roll that stone gonna fall on top of you.
Whatever
right.
a man sows, he shall reap.
He shall reap.
That's Alpha 5 when he shot himself in the face.
But the rabbit bent the shotgun back out.
Verse 21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, and dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and shall be drunken, and shall make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquities is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right. Hey, and this is what he's doing right now. Hey, we discovering what you doing with these pharmaceuticals.
Right.
We discovering all these things you doing. Stealing babies, stealing organs, drinking adrenochrome blood. Hey, this is the time of discovery. Hey, that's what first happens when you get into court. The first thing is discovery. Hey, what do you have in discovery? Let's see all the evidence. This is the start of your case being called. And then the judge, YAHAWASHI, is going to preside over it. He's going to bang the hammer on y'all.
Right.
And you know that, and going back to...
He ain't gonna hit the little shit. He will grab a Edomite.
Hey, but that's the spirit though, you know what I mean? Because when they dig their own pit, because I remember back in the days, it was only so-called blacks and Hispanics going to them methadone clinics all fucked up out here. Ever since the pill epidemic came out, yo, they're all that shit is overshadowed by Edomites everywhere, bro. They're all dying. You know what I mean? Yo, you don't see no blacks and Hispanics out here dying. It's all Edomites dying from overdoses now.
Right, and they can't even
overdose, heroin overdose. Man, I'm telling you.
Hey, and it goes into that scripture that was it you that you just quoted that with the millstone.
Right. And that rolls the stone.
It goes the nuclear missiles that's going to be happening, but just like we just talking about, these niggas went over there and secured the whole poppy field, right? And now, and a few years after that was like after 9/11. A few years after that, brought it over here, you know, ASAP. But a few years later, after that, who you see with the highest cases of opium problems?
It was the so-called white man, and you know what? And it was mostly them college fucking proud little college girls and guys that were going to. Yo, I'm telling you, when I was out there, they were selling their books when they didn't have no money, selling their books of education just to get them dirty, man.
That's why they don't want. That's why they trying to put laws on what's that shit called, man? Abortions, man. Because Esau's not reproducing the way he used to.
That's what I was gonna say.
His men are a bunch of addicts, a bunch of fags, right? His women are either a bunch of addicts or all they want is Jake. You know what I'm saying? So they don't. And Esau knows that you are with your father.
That's right. That Proverbs to back you up. The book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth the stone, it will return upon him.
That's that monkey wrench.
Right. And why is Esau eating the so-called white man done against the power? Bomb nation. You see? So he's gonna suffer death by bomb, death by missile, death by missile.
And pursue mad blood. Mad blood, because they love blood, they even eat it, man.
Right, and this is why the police won't come up here. Right, because we got plenty of charges to bring up against this white man. Right, he's in great fear coming up here and being brought to task for his charges.
Brought to justice.
These police know we can show you and tell you. Let's file charges on this man.
Right.
That's right.
Hey, this is why they won't come up. Right?
You got the evidence for his ass, man.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right. And we standing up right in front of these damn Edomites, the so-called white man, and telling them what they done and what they gonna have to pay for.
Right.
And how we know everything. We discovered you. There's no hiding. You're not that beautiful anymore.
That's right. That's
Right.
That's right.
Hey, you old and withered.
That's
now.
it. It's just the man that made the earth tremble.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? Shit.
And to back you up.
Makeup off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ugly ass face.
You hit the wall.
That's right.
Yeah, hit the mask, right? Ain't no charcoal mask to cover all those fucking blemishes.
It's so prevalent, or it's so clear that even like the lies that they're trying to constantly keep putting up right now, right? With the whole pandemic, you know what I'm saying? The CV-19 and the boosters, you know, people are seeing right through that, man.
Right.
And then your own people that are scientists also, right? Doctors and all of this, that also have access to what's that shit called? Microscopes and shit.
Yep.
They finding all types of shit in there.
Right.
And they bringing it out.
Right.
And they risking their life. Before they even utter it and they start saying and making PowerPoints, I'm sure you spoke about. What's that brother, that man's name again, that doctor?
Like the Seba?
Sebi.
No. That doctor from Germany that brought out.
Oh, I seen that video you had posted. Yeah.
With the vaccines containing it,
Yeah.
which is it looks like razor blades, and then these others go into look like little bubbles. They have 3 names, but they're all the same thing. And basically,
It's metal, right?
yeah, that's how you also. But no, it's like these little
They got
circuits.
the- yeah, they-
Basically, it's like a chip. It's like little robotics, man.
Nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology,
Right.
that's gonna that is also mixed with the Luciferian. Which
Yeah,
all that
the,
Luciferian
the
thing
gra-
all goes into
yeah.
is Greek for light. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when these when these special lights start going up, that's how they're gonna know who got it and who's not, who don't got it.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. And just to back you and what the brother Aaron was saying, this place, these mainly these Edomites, but this Babylon in general shall no longer be called tender or delicate, man.
Right.
You know?
Hey, there we go. Look at right here.
Nobody's looking, listen to these niggas no more, man. They're finding, that they're a fraud.
That's right.
You know?
They're fraud. And their own people.
And their own people are coming
finding
against
them
them.
out,
Right.
Right.
It says Dr. Andreas Nowak, right? The German doctor who claims to have found microscopic nano raisins within the vaccine sample. He died just after the most recent findings. Because what this dude did, he went on and did a PowerPoint.
Presentation.
What proves that they were already onto him, because they know who's flaky, who's gonna be down, who's flaky. They was already observing him. They was already looking at him. They was already looking at him because as he's putting the presentation on, nigga got raided. He got raided and somehow ended up in the hospital. And then that same night, right, I forget her first name. Her last name is Love. Dr. Love. She found out through other parties that were.
Dr. Love.
She found out through other people, through other sources, because they called the hospital and found out that he did pass. But that same day, she claimed that same night there was some type of electrical malfunction or interruption. Yeah, outage type of thing. Something went on, right? And she says that she believes that they offed them with direct energy technology.
Radiation?
Hey, he went against that crafty council.
Like from the goddamn satellite.
They have that shit. They have that. That's what they have. They show you shit in their movies.
They had in the 80s. They had
is there ray guns?
That's what
it
they have
is.
that too.
They have a heart attack gun.
Heart attack gun.
Right.
And they came out in what's that shit called? Congress, or when they were on the oath, and you gotta basically say.
Hey, all these doctors are under an oath, a Hippocratic oath.
Right.
And look at that word hypocrite.
Right.
Hey, so they can't. They already signed that paper in allegiance to the damn devil.
Hey, but that's why I said that he knew he was putting his life on the line.
Right.
But he did that because of those oaths, those special things that he probably was even a Mason. You know what I mean? And nigga found out all that shit. Like, now you want me to take it? Not only so much that you want these motherfuckers to take it, but now you want me and my family to take it.
They're whistleblowers.
He brought it out.
Hey, that's why it's so important for those 7,000 that haven't bended the knee.
Right.
Hey, these people have bended the knee.
That's right.
So they out of there.
Right.
You know Esau wicked when he make you sign your life away for something, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they make you sign your life away for everything, bro. If you're in that council, it's your life.
That's it.
Right.
You pay with your life. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 12. The spoilers are come upon all high places through the wilderness, For the sword of YAHAWASHI Yahushai shall devour from the one end of the land, even unto the end of the land. No flesh shall have peace.
That's right.
And that's what's coming upon us, man. So the Lord already got a death sentence for you, man.
That's right.
There'll be no peace on earth.
That's right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemy and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And some of those curses are these chariots coming and destroying y'all, man.
That's right.
That's the curse that goes throughout the whole earth.
That's right, man. Destruction is coming to you, Esau. Your cup, you're about to get your cup. And all you heathens, man. Right. Join hands, right? Going back into what the brother Bayon was bringing out earlier, how you guys get together. You guys get together and have created this fucking evil plan to go against the Israelites. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, to take away your heritage, to take away who you are, your nationality. Right? They doing this and they know why they doing it, man. But these curses are about to fall upon you. Everything that we went through, you about to go through it worse, man. You about to get that cup, man, double onto you, man. Like it says in the book of Revelation 18.
And one of those, another one of those curses is their eyes being evil towards their own brother, man. The fact that that German dude had to get off by his own people, you know what I'm saying? And this whole Republican versus Democrat shit and juice versus unjuiced, all these Edomites are coming against each other, man. That's another curse coming on.
The house of cards is
falling. Yeah, that's right.
The houses shall be divided, you know.
The house is being divided. That's right. Beautiful. Call HALALYAM by Yahawashi.
And what's that old saying? There's no honor amongst thieves.
There's no
There ain't no honor amongst thieves.
Esau's the biggest fucking thief.
Right. Should they leave any grapes?
Right. Should they leave any grapes?
That's right. And all these nations that Esau had a covenant with, hey, they gonna be the ones to take you out.
That's right.
So that goes into there's no honor among thieves.
That's right.
Hey, this is gonna be ugly for you, Esau.
That's right. Yeah. The book of Revelation, chapter 18, we're gonna start at verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Right.
And that's talking about come out of America in his ways.
That's right.
Not move somewhere else.
Right.
Hey, it's talking about come out of these wicked ass ways of America.
That's right.
The Lord's people though.
That's right.
Right?
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Right. Those plagues are going to be those nuclear missiles. Right. Those plagues is that chip. Right. The juice back program they got going on. Right. These are plagues.
Right.
That's sent for the wicked.
You know, and once again, it's talking to the children of Israel, because he said, my people and sins, man, and sin is transgression of the law. And the only people that were under the law was the Israelites.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So don't partake in the sins, man. Stop pagan worshiping, man.
Right.
Stop eating your abominations.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Stop getting shape up. Stop shaving your damn beard.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Come out of this place.
That's
Right.
it. Separate yourself.
Right.
Be holy, as it says in Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
That's right.
And also like how we got that blood put on our boats in Egypt in the back of the day. We gotta have that righteous blood Yahweh shine on us.
The mark of exemption.
Right. The YAHAWAH.
That's
Which
right.
it speaks about in it was at Ezekiel 9 and 4. That spiritual mark. The mark of exemption.
Right.
Yeah, like the brother was just talking about.
Hold on,
Yeah.
we're going to get that because we don't talk about that enough too.
Right.
Because when you come back and do these things and you please the Lord, hey, there's a mark of the beast, but there's also a mark of exemption.
That's right.
Right. So one way or another, you're going to get marked.
Right. And that's a spiritual mark.
Right. That's
So
spiritual mark. Right.
we're going to show you what this mark is talking about, right? The mark of exemption.
Yep. Can you read the scripture real quick, bro? If you don't mind.
9?
Ezekiel 9 and I believe it's 4.
Yeah,
come on.
9 and 4. It goes on to say, and Yahweh said unto them, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead. So that's just like what this brother just brought out in Egypt, how they placed a mark on the post.
Right.
Hey, so now we placing a mark, and the angels is placing a mark on the people, so they could be passed over when these missiles come.
That's right.
Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, and those angels is us, right? We the messengers, and we marking everybody that goes by.
That's right.
Right, the Lord is marking them. Hey, he's not listening, he's not listening. Hey, the Lord is marking all these things.
That's right.
This is important work here.
That's right.
Right.
Right, we don't get to explain this a lot, but we should, right, for edification's sake. Hey, but this is what's going on here.
And you get more thinking when you're just watching it on YouTube. You can go to the epistle.
And
Right.
there's only two marks, man. There's the mark of exemption and the mark of the beast.
Right.
Either you're going to get destroyed or you're going to be saved.
It's not
Right.
the
Right.
Quran,
That's it.
it's not the Quran
Right.
or the Quran.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Right. And if I may, the brother said, go into the city, into the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place.
That's right.
Right, so the Lord is speaking to Israel, man. Only Israel can get this mark.
That's right.
The whole world, everybody you gonna get destruction, man. And whoever the Lord saves from that destruction, you're gonna get picked up, you're gonna get grabbed on, you're gonna get taken by force, and you're gonna be the slaves, man. You're gonna rebuild the kingdom of YAHAWASHI.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, and I got the definition for the Torah, right? It's here. It says Tav, some other Yiddish bullshit. But the outline of biblical usage for that word Torah, right, or mark, in this particular scripture is desire, mark as a sign of exemption from judgment.
That's right.
Hey, so the Lord is getting the ones that he desires.
That's
Matter
right.
of fact, how do you Christians know you saved? How do
That's
you know
right.
you got the mark? The Torah?
Right. Right.
How do you know that?
Right. Riddle me that, right?
Riddle me that.
Right.
I believe in sweet
Hey, you took
Jesus.
my phrase. Riddle me that.
Riddle me that. Right.
I believe in sweet Jesus.
Hashtag riddle me that.
Right.
That should be in the new Batman, the Riddler.
That is a new movie, right?
Okay? For all that abomination, I do it in the city, right?
And we do it right now.
Even in the city right now, we tell you to get out of homosexuality, right? All kind of abomination things. Do it. Fornication. Get out of those things, right?
That's
but
right.
the Christian is welcoming those people in the church.
That's right. That's right.
They
universal. Come as you are.
Come as you are, yo.
Love them anyway.
That's it, yo.
They're doing all kinds of abomination, right? But we telling you, we telling the men, the wicked men to his face that is going to slavery. But all the crime you have done. That's us crying and crying. It's like the woman getting raped. And we're crying to the to authorities to save us.
Hey,
who's our authorities? The Most High YAHAWASHI outside.
That's right.
We belong to the
Most High.
Hey, they come and say, love everyone, but the scripture says, do I not hate those that hate thee?
With a perfect hatred.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And being a homo, that's hating the Lord. Because the Lord said that's an abomination.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Being that's another tough one for you too.
Hey, being a sodomite.
Hey, these people hate the truth.
It's true, you got it, but I'm just
Hey,
saying.
they the haters out here.
Right,
Like, we can't even. America has what's called free speech, and we can't even do that.
Right.
Like, this shows you how downtrodden we are.
Hey, but it's what the brother always says, man. There's a difference between being free and freedom and liberty, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have liberty to go up and down, but you can't go into a movie theater and yell out fire without getting in trouble.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm
Airplane say bomb.
saying? And
Right.
right. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I try to watch my mouth even saying that, even if I'm talking about food. And I'm
Right,
on the
this shit is
phone,
bomb.
I'm not even say that.
Hey, that's the spirit. 'Cause I got an article right here that was going into that. Because Canada, right, they starting to make words illegal, right? And I got an article right here. If somebody want to read it, here you go right here.
Yo, if I may, bro, I think it's already in Massachusetts. You can get locked up if you call a person that's a sodomite that G word.
Yeah.
You call him that to his
Damn.
face directly. He can put. Yeah.
So hold on. So here
What's
it is.
charges on you?
So here it is. LG. The G stands for that.
Right.
You can't call him that. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know. in
You just have to say
California-
happy instead. You can't say that.
But to them, that don't even mean- even though the word gay is in the Bible.
Right.
And it goes on to being happy or
Right.
cheerful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting your Brokeback Mountain makes you happy.
Yeah,
Right.
that's crazy.
What's that?
But in
What's that
California-
scripture?
get that.
Amos 8. Oh,
In
you yeah.
Cali, but just to back up what the brother was saying, in California, you can't call a person by the wrong pronoun without getting locked up. Like,
Where? Cali?
Huh?
Cali?
In California.
Damn.
I don't know if the whole state or just some sodomite fucking county?
Hey, read that, brother.
Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Right, so woe is destruction.
That's right.
To those that call good evil good. And this is exactly what they're doing, right? By going along with this agenda.
That's right.
Hey, that's the evil thing.
Right.
Like to force something on a man, to muzzle a man, right? To stop a man from following his true religion,
Right.
or his true heritage.
Right.
Hey, that's evil.
And you know what evil too? In that sense of the scripture, when you say that the only way you happy is if you are Moses.
Right.
Right?
Hey,
Because
you know,
that's the true definition.
And
of
imagine the depression
Right. That's
of
what
a
it
man.
really
But
means.
it's a trick. It's an English language trick.
Imagine the oppression of this man that, Mo can come and disrespect you, and as soon as you defend your rights from being a straight man,
Right.
you get locked up or
Heterosexual.
get charged for a hate crime. You know what I mean?
That's
But we
crazy,
don't
bro.
have no rights. You know what I mean? We don't got no rights to be righteous.
They can
in
be
this
proud.
wicked land, man.
They can be proud to
Right.
be what they are.
Right.
And they can have movements, they can have fucking parades.
Right.
But let's say
Soon as
we
you
wanted
speak
to throw a
against it-
parade, to be proud to be a heterosexual.
They won't let that. They won't let
Yo,
that.
it's like if they'll take offense to that.
That's not normal.
Right?
That's
Like
not
that, like
normal.
if that's wrong.
Yeah, that's not
Hey,
normal.
that goes back into that scripture. Woe unto them that call good evil, evil
yeah,
good.
Hey, and that woe is coming, right? Because we was talking about it earlier. Hey, these Russians and the rest of these people are licking their chops, seeing all this going on. They say, "Oh man, these people got moles all in their army, all in the Navy."
Right.
Hey, that's that woe that's coming to you.
You know what's the spirit, bro? They had an article came out that Chinese soldiers, the Chinese, were taking away that LGBTQ movement all through the media because they're preparing for war and they don't want no soft men in their army.
Right, that's
the
what I'm
spirit,
saying.
man.
Hey, they licking their
Right.
chops. They like, man, we can't wait to beat these people.
That's right.
Bunch of moles confused. That's why this place is
Right.
considered the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
That's
Right.
right. Spiritual Sodom in Egypt,
That's
man.
right.
Right.
Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness,
Hey,
that
this is-
put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Hey, so all these things add up. Hey, they calling Esau the children of Israel now.
Right.
Hey, you putting darkness for light.
That's right.
You calling the children of Israel black.
Right.
Hey, how you gonna make the light, the children of the light, black now?
Right.
Hey, that shit don't make no sense.
Hey, yo, Esau is a true nigga.
Hey,
Esau is true black.
Hey, in the kingdom, we gonna kick you up and down the street.
That's right.
For that.
Bitter for sweet, man. You know, they say pork is a delicacy, shrimp, all that abomination.
Yo, kosher. How you gonna have kosher pork?
You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't even follow. Yo, they call themselves the people of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and they're not even following the laws, man. Devils, man.
And the scriptures say, when the Lord comes, everybody's gonna be following the law.
That's right.
So that's another strike against y'all liars.
That's
Going
right.
back up what you was just saying about them saying that the children of light are actually the children of darkness. Right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14. We be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion has light with darkness?
Right.
Right.
So this is the confusion. These devils try to call us the children of the light black.
It's an oxymoron.
Hey,
I bet you that was
witchcraft,
Jake.
man. That's
I
that
bet you that
witchcraft.
Jake be following that shit, right?
That's that witchcraft, man.
hey, that's another thing of discovery on y'all. Right, that's another discovery on y'all.
Fine. Get back for all you brothers out. The book of Job, chapter 10. And I'll start at verse 20 just to build it up. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness as darkness itself.
And that's America. That's this place he's talking about. Hey, this is the shadow of death. At any time we could die out here because nothing's in order.
That's right.
And the Lord is daily, every morning, handing out judgment.
That's
Right.
Hey, man, you gotta y'all better get it together.
Isaiah 5 and 20, hold on. When you read Isaiah 5 and 20 and you think about Babylon, man, That's speaking solely about this fucking place, bro.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people, a lot of countries around the world, nations, they do be bugging out, but yo, nobody does it the way Esau does.
Yeah, but that's because they drank out of that cup.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They
Hey,
drank out of that
America
cup.
has gathered in all the traditions of all these wicked kingdoms
right.
and made it all into one big wickedness.
That's right.
Hey, this is a disgusting place.
That's right. That's right.
And of the shadow of death, without any order.
No order, right?
Yeah.
This is what I was saying. There's no order here.
And where the light is as darkness.
Right. Right.
And this is it. The light is that dark. We the light, now they call us black. Right? You got something else?
Yeah, I got more on that. Revelation 18, going back into what you brothers are saying, right? For her, Revelation 18:5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahawah has remembered her iniquities.
Right.
Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
That's right.
In the cup which she has filled to her double.
Right, so you're going to get a double cup, right, of pain and torture.
That's right.
And then you out of here. It's going to be no more Esau.
That's it, man.
Right, because the Lord only made you to punish us for going off from our sins. Hey, and when we under that second covenant, ain't going to be no more going off.
That's right.
There ain't going to be no more need for you, Esau.
right.
That's right.
You written out of the story. The bully get written out of the script.
That's it.
Right.
Hey, that's a bad story for you, Esau. I see why you don't want to be Esau.
Nobody wanted to eat that.
Not even themselves.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Hey, that's why they say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making the world believe
I
he
was
didn't
thinking the
really
same
exist.
thing.
Right.
And that was the fulfillment of that, man. Him taking out his true nationality, man. When he did that, everybody was like, hey, the devil don't exist.
He not only hit himself, but remember how it went to that crafty council where he hit Jake, and it just came to mind right now where they were talking about how Esau can't reproduce, right? Fast. And they're talking about they raped everybody, the Taínos are done away with, they no longer exist. But that's a big ass lie. That was the crafty council.
Right. That will mean that most Latinos are fucking Edomites.
Yeah, right.
When the scripture tells you he made them least among all the nations.
Right, and like if the Taínos wasn't having sex with women and reproducing.
As a matter of fact, when we was in Egypt, we reproduce even more. The more they oppress us, the more we reproduce.
Right, yeah.
The only outlet we have is going boning the lady, coming back out like, let me go build the pyramid now.
Hey, and just like that scripture said, that the sins of Babylon has reached to the sky. Hey, it was the same story back then when they were building that tower.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything repeats itself, man.
Right.
Nothing is new under the sun.
That's right.
Well, I was going to say, the scriptures say that there is no end to a people, man. So saying that the Taínos are done away with goes against what the Bible tells us.
It's not biblical.
It's not biblical, that's right. But that's it. That's all I got on that one.
All right, finish reading that, brother.
Verse 7, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
Right. So these Russians, right, is masked up on the Ukrainian border, right, and they ready to shoot off nukes. And that's going to lead into everybody else shooting them too. Right, that's going, the mark of the beast is right around the corner, the MOTB, right? So this thing is reached heaven. The Lord is speeding these things up.
Right.
Right, you're going to get devoured, Esau.
In 1
right.
hour.
Right.
In
Right.
1 hour.
1 hour.
For she says in her heart, I sit a queen, am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, says Salakia. Therefore shall her plagues come one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahawah who judges her.
That's right.
Right. Hey, so this is what's coming for Esau, the rest of you nations.
That's right.
You 2/3 niggas out here.
That's right.
Hey, this is it for y'all.
That's right.
Hey, so y'all better enjoy this last little time.
Hey, shit's
right?
gonna start ramping up too. Shit's gonna start going fast.
Right, hey, just moving at warp speed.
That's right.
We already told you that in the beginning.
That's right.
Right? But we're going to end this right now by giving all honor and glory to
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Double honor to the elders and apostles. And shalom to you brothers and sisters out there listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DTA.
Kwam Yasharallah.